Well, everybody, we made it. It's the weekend before the first day of school, and I have a few reminders for you to make sure that everyone is ready for a successful first day. When you arrive on our campus, if you are a car rider, you can get out of your vehicle at any point along the sidewalk where the awnings are, and you will enter through the front door. You will go to the cafeteria if you need to eat breakfast. Otherwise, everyone will go to the new gym. The same is true for bus riders, except they will be entering the building from the 600 hall. I do want to remind all students that you will walk through weapons detectors when you arrive on campus. So once you have a laptop, you will need to take your laptop as well as any 3-ring binders that you have out of your book bag before you walk through the weapons detector. And so you'll actually just hold it right in front of you, and then we'll have tables where you can put that stuff right back in your book bag after you walk through. Also, if you already have your ID, make sure that you have it on and visible. If you don't have your ID, make sure you bring $12 at some point during the first week of school, and you can buy your ID at lunch. It is a safety concern, and that's why we want to make sure that we know that every kid at Beach Middle, and so they have IDs. I do want to make you aware of one important change from something that I have said previously. The budget proviso regarding cell phones, there still hasn't been a lot of official information coming out from the State Department to give districts guidance as to what that looks like. So our district has decided to revert back to our board policy until more official guidance comes. So what that means is that our students cannot have cell phones during instructional time, class time, but they can have their cell phone during lunch and recess. They still can't take pictures or videos without the approval from the administration. They still can't wear headphones or AirPods. We want to make sure that we can get their attention if we need it for some reason, but they can have their cell phone. So I wanted to make sure that you are aware of that change. Parents, I did also want to remind you that breakfast and lunch do cost money this year. So if you need a free or reduced lunch form, those are in our front office. Make sure that you get that turned in so that we can meet your needs regarding lunch and breakfast here at Beach Middle School. If your child is worried about the first day, they're afraid that they're not going to know where to go, try to tell them that they are going to be in great hands here at Beach Middle. We have tons of help. We'll have people in the hallways directing students. Within the class hallway, they'll move freely from class to class, but anytime they come off their grade level hallway, they'll be escorted by teachers to exploratories, to lunch, to recess. So there's still a lot of structure in place, and we will make sure that everyone gets where they're supposed to be on the first day. At the end of the day, we will dismiss, just like we dismissed last year if you're returning from Beach Springs Intermediate School. So we'll have car riders in the cafeteria. We'll have bus riders in the new gym with their the kids that also ride their bus. For your knowledge, if you will look up the app MyRide K through 12, this app you can download, and it will allow you to track your student in real time as they ride a District 5 school bus until they arrive home. So obviously the first week, it's a little slower on the school buses. People are still learning the routes. Students are still getting used to their drop-off locations, and so it does seem to move a little bit slower for students returning home after school. So please be patient with us that first week. Get that app so you can see in real time where your child is, and then just know that you can always call the school if you have a concern regarding your student on the bus. Before I let you go, I am going to loop in the car line instruction video that I have already sent out once, just to remind you of how we do dismissal at the end of the day. You need to have a car tag. If you don't have your car tag yet, you might want to come get it before dismissal, or be prepared to show your license before we can actually give you a car tag. Just know that, again, safety first. We want to make sure that every child is going home with the right person. So if you are going to try to get a car tag from us on Monday, you need to make sure that you have an ID and that you're on your child's pickup list. And then lastly, before you go, we have a normal day Monday. We call it A Day. Monday's schedule is A Day in reference to the rotating schedule. But A Day means that students will go to class just like their schedule in Power School. So students, make sure that you bring a schedule with you on Monday. It could be a picture that you took on your phone. It can be the printed schedule. But you want to have that schedule handy so that you know exactly where you're going to be going at all times on Monday. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We are so excited. It's going to be a fantastic year. It's time to go be great. When you arrive for pickup, please park in either lane and ensure that your hang tag is clearly visible. At dismissal, a car line worker will walk from the front of the line to the back of the line, moving between cars and calling student's name on the radio. Once your child is in the car, a car line worker will come to your vehicle and hold up their thumb to indicate that you have your child. Please respond by holding up your thumb if you do have your student. If you do not have your student, shake your head no and inform the worker of who you are waiting for. For the first load of students, they may enter their car once they see it. For the rest of these students, they will be held under the awning by an administrator while cars are moving. After all children have been safely loaded into their cars, the car line worker at the front of the line will signal for all cars to leave. Then we will repeat this process until all students have been dismissed. If you're part of the second load of cars, be mindful if you are one of the tagged cars, the front person will tell you when to stop.